Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to today's edition of the Daily Weather by the Weather Wizard. In today's video, we're going to discuss the windstorm that I expect tomorrow, the changes that I have seen, and why this is a very tough forecast in my eyes, the tornado outbreak that is ongoing as we speak in the south. There are two large and damaging tornadoes on the ground. One is reported deadly, unfortunately, but I'm going to talk a little bit about that. I'm also going to talk about the change in temperatures. So without further ado, let's get into the weather for today. Alright guys, here are your latest watches and warnings for the National Weather Service. Let's zoom in a little here. Alright, so first let's start with our area. So those orangish browns right here in Ohio, northern Ohio, central Indiana, and into western New York, those are high wind warnings for gusts up to 60 miles an hour. Those surrounding areas are high wind watches. Down here in the south, these oranges are severe thunderstorm warnings, and these light reds are tornado warnings. So very bad situation right now. Well, anyways, as you can see, there is multiple tornado warnings, one right here, and there are a couple right here. Most of them are radar indicated at this point, but earlier I looked and it said there was damaging tornadoes. The National Weather Service issued a high risk, which is very rare. That is twice in 1 month, especially this early in the tornado season. So this is very bad. High risk means strong to violent tornadoes, wind gusts up to 80 miles an hour, and a golf ball size hail. There is a possibility of even some baseball size hail. It's very, very large hail like this. So anyways, we're under high wind warning. We're going to talk about that a little bit. Alright, here we go with our latest weather map. So as you can see, you got our storm right here. It's creating damaging tornadoes in this area here. This storm will take a track somewhat like this. Sorry about the background noise. The problem with this storm is some models are saying it will take a track right over us. If that happened, we would only see advisory level winds of 50 to 55 miles an hour. But other models are taking a track similar to this. Actually, I should say not like that. Let's see, right about that. So this is very close to our area, and there is still big differences in the track and the strength, so we're just going to have to wait. But I'm a little skeptical of the 60 mile an hour wind gusts. There also will be a dry slot tomorrow morning, possibly in the afternoon. The longer that dry slot lasts, the worse we will be off, because the sun will create mixing and enhance the winds. So we're going to have to watch that too. But I could not rule out 55 to 65 mile an hour wind gusts depending on the exact track, the exact intensity, and how long we stay in that dry slot. But I wouldn't think we'd see anything much above 65. But you never know. So that's what's going on for the short term. Longer term, there will be another storm that goes well to our northwest. Maybe a little wind on Sunday, 45, 50 mile an hour wind gusts. With a cold front that comes through, sets the stage for much colder temperatures for a couple days. And then it warms up again into the 60s, and then another cold front rips through, and we see much colder temperatures in the upper 30s and lower 40s for late next week. Possible little snow on the back end of both cold fronts. So that is all for the weather map today. Now let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. Alright guys, here's your 7-day forecast. Today, mostly sunny skies, a few passing clouds, especially in the afternoon. It will be very warm, under 73. Tonight, we'll dip into the upper 40s. Tomorrow is that windstorm I've highlighted in red. I don't think it will be a huge deal, but we could see some warning criteria gusts to near 60 miles an hour, depending on the exact track and the intensity of the low, which I'm a little skeptical of at this point. But especially that dry slot is key. It will be in the lower to middle 60s and dropping throughout the day as a cold front rips through. Saturday and Sunday, you can expect temperatures in the lower to middle 50s, maybe a few rain showers on Sunday. And then your early week calls for temperatures to skyrocket from 42 to 62. And Wednesday, to close out the period, you can expect temperatures to climb in the upper 60s to near 70, with maybe a few rain showers overnight. So that's all for today's forecast, everyone. Thank you, stay tuned, and have a fantastic day. Also, please be sure to subscribe to the left if you have not already done so. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy this type of content. And if you want to view our previous videos, click to the right. That is all for today, guys. I'll see you in tomorrow morning's upload.